This old hammer shines like silver, rings like gold, rings like gold. This old hammer shines like silver, rings like gold, rings like gold. I can never repent for my sins, 'cause if I had a chance, I'd do it all again. Maybe it's the gin, or maybe it's the end, 'cause I cannot pretend, don't care who I offend. This is for my brother saying he locked up in the pen, he money to pretend, and I'm the lieutenant. Can give a fuck about friends, 'cause I don't fuck with them. This is for the borough, and I'ma represent. I'm still the fucking same, I still is still your dame. Excuse me, he don't change, I still don't fuck with lanes. They should fucking put me in the ghetto hall of fame, 'cause I'ma pick a 9 out and I'ma let it bang. I'ma let it bang. I'ma let it bang. This old hammer shines like silver, rings like gold, rings like gold. This old hammer shines like silver, rings like gold, rings like gold. Streets, boy, did you lose your mind? I'm on my grind, so let me shine. Reppin' my city just like LeBron James. I hold this bitch up like a motherfucking king. I got a state championship ring when I was 18. I do my thing, so nigga let me bang. 'Cause I take your bitch and turn it to my hoe. Then I take the strap and turn it to a float. And I don't give a fuck what none of you know. I'm from New Money Crust Squad and we doing it, yo. Where I'm from, we don't say bruh. We calling you Bo, and you can't fuck with me if you don't fuck with my folk, and you can't fuck with my grip, and you can't fuck with my blood. I'm from the 910, baby, I'm not rolling with thugs. I came up selling drugs and fighting some bitch. I had to do that shit to stack my grip, and if I catch you talking shit, then I bust your lip, and I throw them bows, bitch, until you go for the hip, and I'm coming to grip, so I bang, motherfucker, bang. I got that shit so sang, motherfucker, sang. I'm trying to give you the game, so you don't have to do that drug dealing thing like I did, man. There's no retirement plan for selling cocaine. Best believe you right up on the chain gang singing this shit like this old hammer shines like silver, rings like gold, rings like gold. This old hammer shines like silver, rings like gold, rings like gold.
Hey, what's going on, mister?
What they do, big dog?
You know what it is, man. What's happening? It is Wednesday, April 30th, man. Yes, sir, man. Who's in the chat? Dickie Foster, what's going on, man? Hard
Salute, salute,
finish. What's going on?
big dog.
Right you now.
Hey, hey, what's happening?
Dickie.
Yeah.
Got my brother Tony in the building.
Mm-hmm.
Big Tony.
Tony. Yes, sir. Okay. Yeah.
The great
Man.
Kennels in the
Yeah.
building.
Yeah.
Salute.
Yeah, man. Hey. Yeah, man. So, Toya, what's happening, bro?
Same old bro, just trying to be better than I was yesterday. You already know.
Yeah, I already know. You know what I'm saying? All we are, hopefully. You know what I'm saying? Yes, sir. Yes, sir, man. Uh, I'm glad you're here, man, because today we're going to be diving into the history of the working Bulldogs, man, from farm to fame. And you was talking about a long time ago, or a few weeks ago, how, these dogs were used for something else prior to the box. Yeah. Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir. Yes, sir.
Yeah. So the Bushido code of the day is loyalty. Yeah, loyalty to one's purpose, mission, and the community is the core of all strong relationships. I said loyalty to one's purpose, mission, and the community is the core of all strong relationships.
For
Mm.
sure. For sure. Sure. Hey, hold that for a second.
hmm
Hey, in chat, how's my audio, y'all? We was having some technical difficulties this morning, man. Y'all check me out. Give a thumbs up if y'all can hear me. So Big A, I wanted to talk about that one specifically because so yesterday, who followed on the Samurai Kennels Snapchat, whatever, you know what I'm saying? I moved yesterday, and I got to be clear. So the post is not okay, right? And I meant that, but it wasn't okay. So I value life, and I have too many things to live for to be suicidal. But one of the things I was talking to Big A about a couple of weeks ago, is I'm stuck at anger management because there are things that are triggering way that shouldn't be triggering. And I'm glad he put loyalty as the shit over the day because loyalty to your oneself mission is I know what I'm trying to do, I'm trying to accomplish. And there was a lot of phone calls, text messages, there was a lot of things, a lot of people trying to communicate with me yesterday, and I had to block it out. Because what would have happened?
Bro, you doubling up, bro, on the mic.
Okay, I'm gonna edit out and come in. I'll go ahead and cook. I'll be back.
What wasn't he doubling up, A? Yeah, you was breaking up to me, Drake. I don't even hear A no more.
Oh, yeah. I'm here. I'm sitting there talking with the mic off. But yeah, man, let me go ahead and get to the dog of the month because it is the last day for that, man. Here we go. There we go, man. Native Gold. Right there, man. That's a good looking dog, man. Yeah. Let's shoot to this dog of the week, man. None other than yours truly, Elevated Kennels. Dog of the week. And I'll say one thing about Elevated. Elevated don't be ducking nothing. He be showing up to everything, man. He
Yeah,
be coming with
he a bad boy. He a bad boy. That nigga
yeah,
going hard out that jump.
yeah. I said, man. I started thinking about it. I said, bro, he done called out so many people for this call out in May. I say, man, I think he got 4 people on the list, right? I say,
Yeah.
man, if
But the thing is, he just want to get it cracking. You know, that's
yeah,
good. He enthused.
no,
You
that's
know.
what I'm saying. That's
Yeah.
dope. But
Yeah.
what I was about to say is he about to be conditioned at $4, and he said he gonna be doing it by himself. I said, boy, if you do that by yourself and maintain your yards, man, you legendary status to me.
All right, shit. More power to him. But yeah, I
Yeah,
salute the work. Just he try and get it cracking. Start. He said, yeah. If I gotta take on all 4 or 5 of y'all, let's get it. Yeah, I like that.
yeah. You know what I'm saying? Hey, salute the elevated, man. You know what I'm saying? For real. Yeah, man. But let's see here, man. What do I need to get to, man? Let me get to these dog shows around the nation. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, on May 11th, you got the Carolina Bulldog Bash in Charlotte, North Carolina. The judges can change, so don't check into it. Judge Tasha Ray's. The events they'll be having is confirmation, weight pull, treadmill, race, and junior handlers. On May 18th, we shooting out to the West Coast with the West Coast Working Dog Classic in Bakersfield, California. The judge is Sean Harlow. Events are confirmation, wall climb, treadmill race, fun show, non-sanctioned. May, we shooting out to the Show Me State, man. The Midwest Muscle Classic, St. Louis, Missouri, with Dave Luan as the judge. Confirmation, weight pull, stack off challenge, best condition dog. Ooh, that looked like a good one, man. June 1st, we got East Coast Legends Show, Newark, New Jersey. Judge Vicky Mendoza. Confirmation, weight pull, treadmill race. Two-time sanction point show. June 8th, coming down to the Lone Star State. Legacy, we got the Lone Star Legacy Show down in H-Town, man, down in Houston. Got the judge Chris Jacobs. And the events are confirmation, weight pull hang time competition, and junior handler showcase. Yes, sir, man. If any of those shows in your area, man, go out there and support them, man. You know, if you got a dog, man, it's the season. This is the season, man. Jump out there, man. You know what I'm saying? But in the meantime, in between time, we got this digital dog show that's happening on a regular basis, man, month after month. And coming up, matter of fact, today is your last day to get your entries in for the digital dog show. You know, the last day of the month. So if y'all ain't, got in this month, man, it's okay because we got next month. In May, the prizes are gonna be like 600 plus, man. Free entries, free T-shirt giveaways, and all of that, man. Then we got the dog of the day, man. Dog of the week. If y'all ain't got y'all entries in, you might want to go ahead and get them in now. Yes, sir. Hey, what's happening, Dre? You back?
Yeah. Testing 1, 2. Can y'all hear me?
Oh yeah, you loud and clear. You good to go.
Is it doing echo like it was before?
No.
You good? You good to go?
Okay, man. So Big A, they got me this morning, man. I don't want to say it. I don't want to say it, but I gotta say it, man. They had an update. My laptop had an update, and it didn't. I had to restart the computer.
Right. Yeah, man.
I know how you be Apple bashing and everything. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But what I missed, man? What I missed? Clue me in. Where we at?
I was doing the daily announcements. That's all.
Okay. Yeah, man.
Yeah, man. Just hitting the daily announcements. I just ran through those, Yeah. Oh, and if y'all ain't a member, man, what you doing, man? Come on, man. It only take $1 to be part of the movement, man. All we doing is growing and getting better and getting the information to you, man, and trying to get these dogs involved.
For sure.
Yeah.
For sure.
Now you were saying something about loyalty.
Yeah, man. Loyalty to purpose, loyalty to oneself, and loyalty to the mission. So yesterday, man, I made a post, man, and I said I'm not okay. And I think some people do that, like people be doing like that attention for suicidal posts. But that ain't me. I love life and I love my family too much for that. But I've been like Big A, you know this, man. I've been having I used to go to anger management, man. Like probably like last time I was almost 10 years ago, and but like things as of late, like people as of late have been setting me off in ways they shouldn't have been able to set me off, and this is at work. This ain't even like internet stuff. This is like real life, and so yesterday. In order to be loyal to the mission and loyal to the purpose, man, I had to just distance myself from everybody, man. I was like, look, bro, like I'm responding to text very, very slowly because I don't want to be triggered and do something that's going to damage what we're trying to do overall. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
When you're having a bad day, you know what I'm saying? It's okay to take a step back and reassess and then move back in, with a purpose. But had I responded haphazardly, because I'm feeling some type of way, you know what I'm saying? That degrades what we're trying to do, loyalty to the mission and to the purpose. So, yeah, man, I just thought that was I think it was a fortuitous and a godsend that was what Big A had pre-selected for this week already. And I'm
Yeah.
going through those things at the same time. So salute.
No, we live this Bushido code, man. We live by the code. Um, and with that being said, man, that men and work yesterday, that was the topic of conversation. Controlling our emotions as men. But that's a whole nother thing. Y'all go check that out, man, if y'all want to catch up. But yeah, man, on to another thing, man. So I want to dive into the subject of today, man. And we're gonna start off with the history of the working bulldogs from farm to fame. Toyo, you know, I want to start with you, my dude. I love you, man. I love that you've been pointing out that you've been pointing that out for a long time that these dogs had to have been doing something prior to the box. So you want to dive into that a little bit?
Well, uh, a few things off the top. Of course, we all know, we all seen stuff in the books that they were used for bull baiting, of
Mm-hmm.
course. But
Yeah.
for everyday life, they was part of the. From what I read back in the day when I was reading books and stuff, they was part of like the common people. The common people. It was a dog that it was a smaller dog. Well, they came in different sizes, but the smaller ones, they stayed around because they could help. They could help the family out in different things. Even if it was rat killing. Rat killing was a popular thing that they used to do with them. Killing rats. So vermin extraction, all that was always there. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And basically the dog was more of a dog that the people still could have in poverty. You understand? They still could have the dog in poverty. Because they had
Yeah.
different uses for them. Basically, it could help put food on the table and feed itself, basically. So, just things like that. Sure that everybody can find. You know what I mean? It's still blood sports and stuff and different
Mm-hmm.
things like that because they was always hunting and stuff like that. But
Yeah.
it's different activities. Anything you could kind of think of, basically, that a man would do with his dog was always done with the pit bull. Basically, that's all I'm saying. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
From guardian work to all that type of stuff. You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
it's right there for you. It's right there for you or whatever. It's like just off the top of my head though, I can remember the poverty situation. I remember the
Mm-hmm.
poverty situation, and they were saying that they still could have the dogs and smaller dogs, and how they had problems with rats and stuff, and the dogs would help out with that, and they turned that into a sport. And just other things, just coming down from the history of war dogs and all that, you'll kind of see. But like,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, that's about it. I'm just giving a broad stroke out. That y'all go ahead and take it from there.
Yes, sir. Wayne Moon, what's happening, man? Tony M. Outlaw Kennels, what's going on? Hey,
Salute,
you know
salute,
what I'm saying?
salute.
Yeah, yeah. But Dre, how you feel? What's your you know, knowledge on the history before the box?
It's not. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna get on here capping, man. Like
Yeah.
that portion of the conversation. I think Toyo covered it and covered it.
Hmm.
All I'm gonna be doing is repeating what he just said, bro.
I got you. I got you. I just ask these things because, like, when I pick these subjects, I don't just necessarily pick them. When I pick them, I gotta go and do my research and look into, the background and stuff like that. Because I know what I know, but I'm always learning something new. So this is what I came up with, and this is what I found. And the early origins: bulldogs were originally bred for bull baiting, a blood sport specter sport from the 13th to 19th century. Post-ban bulldogs transitioned from farm work, driving cattle, guarding property, and acting as all-purpose utility dogs. Breed evolution. Breeders began selecting for strength, tenacity, and drive, building the working bulldog's reputation. emphasis on function building builds balance and temperaments. The modern bulldog conformation breeders later refined these dogs for the show ring. Today's bulldog types vary, but all stem from those early workers. You know, yeah, you know what I'm saying. That's you
Yeah,
know,
yeah, that was yeah.
you know what
So
I'm saying.
I mean, that's right there
Yeah,
for you to understand. You know what I mean?
yeah,
It's right there for
yeah,
you to understand. You know what I
yeah.
mean?
You know,
Like a lot of times, I think the people get caught up in the refined product and not knowing that these dogs went through different evolutionary periods. You know what I
hmm
mean? And different things was popular at different stages and stuff like that. So whatever was popular, people kind of that was the job of the day for that dog at that time. So basically, they start, you know what I mean, defining them for that purpose and stuff like that. You know what I mean? Each
okay,
time a new job come up, that's why they say it's an all-purpose type of thing. Because any job that pop up, the next job that pop up, they would just form them, transfer the energy into that. That's how I look at it myself. That's how I see it.
yeah, yeah, and you know, it's kind of like a thing. You know, the reason why we dive into, you know, the history prior to the box is because history kind of repeats itself, or you know, some people don't say it repeats itself. It says it's similar or whatever, however you want to view it.
Yes, sir.
But we're coming up to that point in time where we're going back to before the box.
Yes.
And you know, you know, when we bring up these type of things, it's good to look in these type of manners. And another thing that I would like to point out is during the Great Depression, during the Great Depression, those dogs were highly used for for a multitude of things, and the highest one to survive. So let that sink in,
See,
you
that's the
know.
part. That's the part that hit me hard when I was reading. It was like how they was
hmm
sticking around in poverty. They was still around. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah,
So, that's that. So it had to be an all-purpose animal because when people was in a position where they can't feed no dog and stuff like that, shit, that pit bull was still around them. So it had to be a reason why it was around them. It wasn't just more. It wasn't just for dog on dog combat. You dig what I'm saying? So
yeah,
that dog is more purposeful than that. I'm not disrespecting that or whatever, but that's just a small part of the pit bull's life, pit bull's attributes, pit bull's talents, pit bull's potential, and all that. That's when on a scale of 1 to 10, that's just a small thing. The box part, you know what I mean?
yeah,
It's just something that everybody got infatuated with, of course, because for apparent reasons, the obvious reasons. But like I say, the people that love these dogs, they always kept it moving because they love the dogs so much. And just like Big A say, it's ain't nothing changed, ain't nothing new. It might seem new now to a lot of people, uh, these things that we're doing with the dogs, but they're really not new. They're really not new to the dogs. These jobs and stuff like that, these dogs are used to transferring. It's like that's all I say. That's all I say, bro.
yeah. No, for real, you know, and that's why, like, all month we looking into this. We're gonna take deep dives into it, you know. So yeah, man, you know, you know, it says, you know, bulldogs transitioned into multi-purpose farm dogs across the UK and eventually the US. Cattle driving bulldogs were used to drive livestock, biting the nose or heels to move stubborn cattle. Hmm. Hog catching and control, strong enough to handle wild boar, protect livestock, and property gardens. And there's a lot of old school dog men that I read about in books that use these dogs and you know just to guard their property. Naturally protective and territorial, they became reliable watchdogs for rural families. But what you about to say, Toyo?
But see, it's so interesting how
hmm
just the fact that you went and found that information so anybody can find it. But what's
Yeah,
the curious part is why are the people that you would think that know the same thing that you just read the information, people
yeah,
older than us and everything, will come
yeah.
and act like that they oblivious to it. They act like they're oblivious to it, and we supposed to swallow that pill like they don't know this type of thing. Like you like, why would you not act like you know this if you really into these dogs like we into the dogs? Why wouldn't you know that part? And why would you carry somebody in a messed up way, like as if you didn't know that these dogs was all-purpose dogs or whatever? Like, why would you try? Like that was the curious part to me from the people that I think from the history part they should know better. They should know better when we just transferring the dogs to new jobs and trying to keep the blood alive, and we trying to be good to the animals. So it was kind of curious why some people was getting their feathers ruffled up behind that. And it's always curious when people be saying, oh, you shouldn't use the dog for obedience, you shouldn't train the dog to bite people and all that. All that is really curious to me. Like, what is their motive behind saying that when if they really into these dogs been doing the same thing all they life. Like, they've been doing it. You could tap in just like you did and find out that like, oh, this ain't new what they doing. And you can find famous people training them, famous people. These lanes have been filled by the pit bull for years, obedience, show work, and all of that type of stuff, man. Like, I'm glad you said something about it, eh? But that's what's up.
Let me jump in on that, Toyo, because like,
yes, sir.
You asked the question, but I gotta give you a young G to OGG check on that one, Toyo. So everything you said is correct. But the same way you asking that question as to why they don't understand, you understand why. You know what I'm saying? And I know maybe it was rhetorical. Maybe I just missed that you were already being rhetorical with that. But it's all socially engineered. And I'm gonna give you an example. Okay, so I'm watching. One of the shows I do be watching is The Godfather of Harlem, right? You know what I'm saying? And it's the it's supposed to be like reenactment of life and events of Bumpy Johnson, Ellsworth Bumpy Johnson. But people are told what their statute of limitations are. For example, there was a little kid on there. He was like, I'm gonna be a doctor. No, actually, it was the Malcolm X movie. He was like, I'm gonna be a doctor. He was like, no, you're not. You know what I'm saying? You make a good trash collector. You know what I'm saying? He was being told that was his statute of limitations. That's all you can be. You know, and if you try to do anything besides that, it's messing with my program for what I want you to be. So people are the same way with their possessions, you know what I'm saying? Their dogs, their cars, you know what I'm saying? That car is an OG muscle car, you know what I'm saying? It should be classically restored. Nah, I think you should put in 26 on that thing. You know what I'm saying? It's all based on your statute of limitations and what you see. Now the problem is when you try to impart that on somebody else by force or by coercive nature, you know what I'm saying? Peer pressure. But yeah, man, we know why that is, you know what I'm saying? And for some people, they've done it so. For example, I've been in the military. I'm going to retire from the military because I'm too lazy to do anything else. You know what I'm saying? So when I hear those, hold on just a second, Big A. When I hear those things,
yes, sir.
When I hear those things, I understand both sides. I understand where we're going, but I understand why a person would be that way. So I can empathize with that. That's you know what I'm saying. That's good question, Toya, but we know the answer to that too. You know what I'm saying? The question, the actual question is how do we fix it?
Yeah, so check this out. I'm so glad that you took it there because your boy Big A been doing some research, man. Anybody familiar with Henry Berg?
Nah,
okay, I take that as a no. So we're gonna start way back in 1813. Henry Berg was born in 1813 in New York, a diplomat, writer, and most importantly, a pioneer of the animal welfare movement in the United States. Early life: born into a wealthy shipping family in New York City, educated at Columbia College, now Columbia University, never had to work for a living, which gave him the freedom to pursue social causes. Turning point: in the 1860s, while serving as a diplomat in Russia under President Lincoln, Berg witnessed extreme cruelty to animals in both Russia and Europe. Later, while in England, he met leaders of the Royal Society for the Prevention of Cruelty to Animals, RSPCA. Sound familiar? Which deeply impacted him. Now, back in the U.S., Berg began lobbying the New York state legislature. On April 10th in 1866, he secured a a charter to form the American Society for Prevention of Cruelty to Animals, the ASPCA. Just days later, New York passed one of the country's first anti-cruelty laws with Berg empowered to enforce it. So, with that being said, that's where, when you start talking about socially driven and certain things, because and to a certain extent, you can see how the original purpose for the dog, one of the original purposes for the dog was bull baiting, and they got pushed out of bull baiting. So to with the dog, with that intensity and the whole nine, man, it's almost like you kind of forcing them into a corner to where the only way to test it is the box. This is me thinking aloud or whatnot. So coming to America, and especially hard times and people trying to push for funds and stuff like that. Man, gambling is the thing.
Yes,
But
sir.
anyway, Berg was known as a great meddler because he would publicly stop horse beatings and animal abuse on the street. He also intervened in causes involving dog fighting, cockfighting, and animal neglect. His work eventually expanded to child welfare, influencing the creation of New York Society for Prevention of Cruelty to Children. Now, I wanted to say that so I could dive in to when our dogs started to become frowned upon. Now, remember, I told you that he started the ASPCA in the 1860s, right? Okay, so dog fighting began to be widely frowned upon by the general public in the United States in the late 19th century, earlier 20th century, by real cultural rejection and broad public condemnation didn't fully take hold until the 1900s and 2000s. Let's let's do a little breakdown. Late 1800s, early 1900s, the rise of the animal welfare movement, which led by the groups like the ASPCA, started to challenge blood sports. Laws began banning public dog fighting in many states, but enforcement was still inconsistent. Still in rural underground circles, it remained accepted. Mid 20th century, dog fighting stayed largely underground but still culturally tolerated in certain regions, especially where working class and rural traditions valued toughness in dogs. 1970s and 80s, as more animal welfare laws passed, public awareness grew, but dogfighting still had strong subcultural support in some communities, urban and rural. Media rarely covered it. Attitudes shifted more sharply as law enforcement, and animal rights groups began targeting dogfighting rings. National media began portraying it as cruelty. Now let's bring it to 2007. We all know 2007. Michael Vick case was the major cultural turning point. The scandal exploded, the media sparked widespread public outrage. After this case, dogfighting was broadly condemned by most of the society, including sports, entertainment, and political figures. Legally outlawed by 1976, socially frowned upon most of society by the 1900s, culturally condemned across the board after 2007. So you know, uh, I wanted to dive into stuff like that because all of these things that I say, man, uh, it makes it gives you a generalization of where everything started and where it ended at. And with that being said, like these dogs, man, have been put under like extreme stress. Extreme stress. I think more stress than any other breed. Meaning that with that being said, these dogs can do anything, man. They can handle anything. At the end of the day. So, when you start talking about the roles that they had prior to and being pushed up until today, because everything that I think that these dogs have been pushed to do has been a push behind somebody closing the door one way and another door opens. I
Yes,
believe
sir.
that these dogs came out the womb working for the common working man, the
Yes, sir.
common working family.
Yes,
And
sir.
then after the fact, when they started to dominate on the bull baiting, it is what it is, man. Laws are laws, and you gotta respect it. But you might have had some Karens or whatever the case may be, just like today. When you see food on your plate, a lot of people don't see the process of how that food came from point A to point B. But if they did, you know, that's another story.
To
But
me,
anyway, so huh?
to me, it's just like about etiquette and political correctness and stuff like that. Like,
Correct.
at one
Yeah.
point in time, it was more people in the woods hunting and livestock all over the place. Once the cities start building up in America, a lot of the wide open stuff started getting frowned upon, basically. Like, you know what I mean? Like some old traditions and stuff like that. Once they start building cities up and stuff like that, and
Right.
you got people and businesses and crowded, like it's not just open space no more, it's like crowded, whatever. So it kind of it start looking like out of place when you're doing certain things and stuff like that, and it don't be making sense, and some people be offended, because you got, it's just a whole bunch of variables. You dig what I'm saying? So it's like, do it
Yeah.
make business sense for your city that's coming up? Does it make
Mhm.
business sense for the money you're trying to get in your town and all of that type stuff? So things like that play big parts in that type stuff.
And one thing that really stuck out to me about Henry Berg, and I would like to say that because I was, saying, from the point of the steak getting from point A to your plate, a lot of people don't want to see or know that process. And when you start talking about stuff like that, it clearly says that, you know, um, Henry Berg didn't have to work for anything in life. And when you start talking about the common working man, you start talking about the depression, you start talking about all these types of things that the common working man is involved in when it's talking about survival. When you're talking about making it around, just the day-to-day doings, man. Uh it's a different view, from uh practically a culturally financial different standpoint. So would you consider well, I ain't even gonna say that, man. But anyway, I'm not even gonna go there. But like at the end of the day, like when I start diving deeper into it, it seems like every job that these dogs would excel at, the door would get closed and then another door opens for these dogs to go into. You talking about dogs that were excelling at doing things prior to the box, and then bull baiting became illegal, and then all of a sudden, they started to pop up and dominate the box. The box becomes illegal. These dogs are doing everything else outside of the box that any other dog can do. Does it make sense or not?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yeah, yeah, for sure. Shout out to Daniel
Yeah.
Brown from New Zealand, man. Salute, man. Welcome.
Hey, what's happening? Yes, sir. New Zealand in the house, man. Yeah. Hey, man, I've been long-winded like a mug, man. Somebody say something, man. Come on with it,
No,
man.
like, yeah,
I'm
no,
gonna
that
say
was
something.
fire. That was
I'm gonna
fire.
say
And
something.
Yeah.
hold on, Dre. I'm sorry. That was fire. And
Mhm.
uh, nothing that you said. This is what I like. Nothing that you said was shitting on the box people. Not at all.
No,
Not at all.
no,
Not at all.
man. Like, okay, so look. And that's another thing. So, like I say, man, I don't just stop there, man. I dive deep into it. Because if it wasn't for the bots, these dogs wouldn't be what they are today. Period. Hands down. When you look at people that, because like I say, these dogs have been under extreme stress. And I started to try to look at other dogs that can really handle extreme stress like these dogs. And you would look at people like dogs like the husky, putting in those miles, pulling stuff and all that stuff, and the whole nine, man. But when you start talking about, on the brink of heart busting, stress, these dogs have been there. And like at the same time, if it wasn't for the dog, if it wasn't for the bots, like I say, man, these dogs wouldn't be what they are, man. The men in the box are what catapulted these dogs forward.
What about this? If it wasn't, if they couldn't do more than just the box stuff, they wouldn't be here no more.
Right. Yeah, because I mean, you got Earl Tudor. If it wasn't for Earl, I mean, you got people like that. Earl Tudor, Kobe. I mean, man, I'm looking at all types of stuff. I mean, and I got all these books, and I've read books and stuff like this, and all types of stuff, man. But it's just, man, that's what catapult. Like that, you know what I'm saying? Like these. Man, if it wasn't for the box, these dogs wouldn't be what they are, man. It's just plain. You know what I'm saying?
But you see what I'm saying? You see what I'm saying, though? I'm saying that if it wasn't for the dog being so special, if he couldn't do but just more than the box, then he would be already extinct. The fact that he could do more things is part of his survival. Is part of his talents. The fact that he could do other jobs keeps him with us.
Yeah. And this is why I say this on a regular basis, man. Like, I'd rather hear from the old school. I'd rather hear from the OGs why they still here, man. Cause like I say, man, in the act in 2007, shut everything down completely. So, let's be honest, it's still a lot of action going on or whatever out there. I don't have no parts of it. I don't, you know what I'm saying? Like I say, we looking the other way and moving forward. But but I'm saying it's the last of a dying breed. You move,
Wait, I'm sorry, I keep cutting you off.
Oh yeah, no, you good. Because when you move forward 20 years from now, it's not going to be the same. It's just not. So, you know what I'm saying? So while the people are still here, like Schoolboy, I can run through the whole list, man. I want to hear what they got to say.
So, my question would be for the people who stuck on the box and saying that's the only thing or whatever. My question would be, did you really love the dog? Did you really love the whole dog? Did you even really know the dog? Or you just liked it that part? And some people must have only got a dog when that part was around. They never really learned the history of the dog and really didn't know that it was an all-purpose dog. Because like you kind of really disrespecting the dog to me when you saying that's all it is and that's all it was. Like, nah, he was before the box, he's gonna be after the box, all that. And like my question to people who think otherwise is, do you really love the dog? Do you really love the dog, or you like certain things that he could do?
Yeah. And see, and that's what really made me fool with Dre, like, and really just jump on board and really, because like, okay, check this out. Like you said, man, the invasion of the cities, because that's one thing that we can't grow land, and the population is consistently growing. As the population grows, it's going to be less farming land. It's going to be less, country land. It's going to be less of that. But what happens about survival? How do you maneuver with that? You know what I'm saying? How can we utilize these dogs in uh the old ways? And I'm not talking about the box. I'm talking about prior to the box in our modern day. Thus, the neo dog man. You know?
Yeah, so let me jump in. Let me jump in there real quick, man. Let me jump in there real quick.
Yeah.
Y'all brothers cooking. Toyo, you did interrupt me earlier, man, and y'all went back and forth, but I'm gonna tell you why I let it ride. Both of y'all brothers spoke with passion, commitment, and conviction, and I had to respect it. But
I didn't even hear you, bro. My bad. I apologize.
Nah, you know, Toyo and I were trying to talk at the same time. I yielded, but I'm gonna get in there. So yeah, man, it's for all those things you mentioned, bro, that's big. And I wanted to give an example because you was talking about the OGs, talking about like it's the younger ones of us. I think what changed our mind is I tried another breed. I tried several other breeds, and for the work that I do, I'm glad I had the pit bull first and last. So no other dog that I've owned, I'm talking about like, man, work with, like they don't have it. They don't. You know what I'm saying? And like you said, I give it. I think the stress overall, the hog hunting, the box, all of it has something to do with it. It's just the right combination of dogs, the originators of the breed. Because okay, for example, my Malinois could not handle pressure, could not handle pain pressure. The pressers unstable. You know what I'm saying? The German Shepherds, too many health issues, too much grooming issues. You know what I'm saying? Size, life expectancy. They break down a lot earlier. You know, 8-year-old German Shepherd, they don't move like a 2-year-old German Shepherd. You know. And these are things I had to experience. You know, and even just some of the harsh conditions that the dogs are in day to day. I'm like, man, like nothing else can handle it. You know what I'm saying? And then the other thing I want to chime in on was like you were saying about old buddy that actually started the SPCA, man. I despise leadership that has not experienced at least a portion of what it is. For example, the last 3 presidents we had, and I'm not gonna get political, I'm just gonna give you facts. The last 3 presidents we had, none of them have had military experience. I don't like working for somebody who doesn't have military experience. And it's the same thing with these dogs. I don't want a dog that doesn't have combat experience, but I'm trying to do combat sports for that dog. Period. You know, so I'm gonna just leave it at that.
Yeah, because one thing that stuck out to me about him is you know, don't get it twisted, man. There's some stuff going on out there that needs to be addressed. It doesn't have to do with the box, but you know, around animal cruelty around the world. It is what it is. But what stuck out to me with him was that it like clearly stated that he didn't have to work for anything in his life. Now, who are the people who usually had these dogs coming up? It would be the working man. And I'm talking about in the 1800s. I'm talking about working your way over here to America and then living in America in the 1800s going to the 1900s. It was hard. There wasn't a lot of wealthy people, and it was a small, strict society. You thinking about the times of Rockefeller, you know, and all that stuff, man. You know, it was a strict. You talking about you know, the Great Depression in the 30s, but he had already passed in the 1888. But you know, the people that usually have these dogs are the common working people.
Yeah, man. Big A and Toy, I'm about to open up it's been a while since I opened up the link.
Yeah.
I'm gonna drop the link real quick, man. We only got like, you know, something like about 15 minutes up on the show. If somebody want to come over here and chop it up with us. But Big A, that was profound, man. And I don't know if you ever seen the movie Idiocracy, but like that's what we living in right now. Like that movie came out, you know what I'm saying, like 20, 30 years ago, man. But it is more true today than ever, man. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna be in two human races, man. Survivalists and extinctionists. You know what I'm saying? And the extinctionists are gonna be the ones that they can't watch a cow be killed, but they can eat the steak, or they just become vegan because at some point, you know, if the law of scarcity kicks in, you know, another COVID happens, you know who's gonna make it and who ain't gonna make it. Period.
Yeah.
We're gonna make it. You know what I'm saying? The Bulldogs and the survivalists, we're gonna make it, man. Salute.
Man,
Yeah.
just like basketball, football, and all that, and we excel in those things. But do you think that those type of talents, the jumping, the dribbling, the hand-eye coordination, and all that, you think it was built for games? You think that God gave it to us for games?
Yeah.
You know, it's working stock. It's working stock, so He give you those things, whatever. But when you out your environment and different things like that, people can make games out of your skills. You can make games to pass time along. You understand? But those things were given to you for a reason. Those talents, those gifts were given to you for a real reason. For survival. For survival. You did. Now, if you turn it into a game and make it look good and all that, that's cool. But never forget what it was meant for. That's my whole thing, bro.
Good morning, everybody.
Good morning.
Good morning, man. It's Student for Life, brother. Glad to tap in, man. Y'all is cooking up a storm this morning, bro. You know, I just wanted to, SBC just dropped a comment and said, hard times are coming, prepare. And I believe that the face of today's dog world reflects the softening of the culture as a whole. You know, in the past, times were harder, which made harder people, and they require harder dogs. As times have gotten to be easy peasy, you know, there's more people walking around with you know, purse dogs, or you know, dogs that are for show and not for go. You know, I believe as well, like you said, it seems to be a cycle. You know, hard times make good men make easy times make soft men, and it repeats. And I think that's what we're seeing right now.
So, you know, and I gotta stress this, man. Like I say, man, these dogs would not be what they are today if it was not for the box and the men behind the box.
Yes, sir.
Particularly the man behind the box to push it forward. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, sir.
I want to take this a step further. I would say I'm not going to say the box. I'm going to say the man behind the dog. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
What that man can do with his dog in general. But the box is part of that. But like, if you breed, handle, and raise your dogs, man, and you have a purpose for them, man, like you pushing the breed forward.
Like the box guys, they had their time, whereas though they run the dogs forward a little bit too, or whatever. They run the doors forward a little bit too, but like shit, man, them dogs get the credit. Them dogs get the credit, man. Them dogs
without a doubt.
All the box boys did was make a box and put the dogs did the work. You know what I mean? Like, and box guys, it's a game, bro. It's a game.
Go ahead, Drake.
Real quick. Hey, but they had the best culling process of anybody. I'm gonna say that right now.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay.
No.
But then
I still say that's up in the air, but I ain't even gonna get into all that. I ain't gonna get into all that, bro. I ain't gonna get into all that. You know, and one joint, somebody calling out, and one situation in the woods, they dying. So like, you know what I mean? It depends on what. It's levels to the shit. That's all I can say. It's just levels to that shit, man. That's all I can say, bro. One person made a game. One person was killing for survival. One person made a game and you might get killed, whatever going on warrior mode. One motherfucker is another motherfucker in the woods on different shit, man. On different shit. Now, the box boys took their shit in the garage and they start refining it to a certain thing for the box. But like I'm trying to say, if y'all hear me, like I'm trying to say, the all-around dog, man, like, you can get box blind, then you won't be able to go in the woods no more. Like, do you want that? Do you want that?
I got you.
No,
I got you.
I understand. I get that, but this is what I'm saying, man. These dogs wouldn't be these dogs if it wasn't for John B. Kobe. Point blank, period.
All right, cool.
You know what I'm saying? I mean, like, don't get it twisted because these dogs could do everything prior to, but the testing of these dogs, the stressing of these dogs, the like you say, the culling of these dogs, man, that's what made these dogs, man. You don't think so?
I think both of y'all saying the same thing. I think the culling process is tough either way. I think that and I ain't trying to speak for you, Big Hill, but I think what Big Hill trying to say is when they was hunting, when they was using those dogs to hunt and put food on the table, there was absolutely zero opportunity for a curve, and so to speak.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like if that dog can't go in there, hold on to that hog or whatever else, he out of here immediately.
Yeah.
You know?
No, that makes all the sense in the world.
Hey,
It makes all the
we
sense in the
got
world.
Mike Dan on the panel too, man. I want to get him in here.
Big Mike,
Top of the morning.
love y'all. Good morning. Have a good day.
Yeah, man. Notice them dogs that y'all walking and y'all putting on treadmills and all that, they came from somewhere.
Yes, sir.
And there's people that kept these lines going. You know, y'all talk about these lines all the time. Where do you think they came from?
Mhm.
If it wasn't for people like Floyd's a gem, man. Do you understand? That man's still around.
Yes, sir.
If it
Yes,
wasn't for men like that, man, you wouldn't have no Bulldogs to be doing nothing with.
That's how I feel. That's how I feel. Like, cause I feel like the dog, like I think somebody said, I think Dre said refined or something like that. But like the stress, the culling process, the whole deal, standing behind the dog, believing in the dog, because
man, you know them guys took better care of them dogs for the most part. Not everybody, but for the most part. They took better care of them dogs than the average public person does with their dog. Trust and believe, and they weren't running to the vet to do it.
Yes, sir. But that's what I was saying. Like, okay, when I say these stress put on these dogs, you not talk just like you said. They're not going to the vet, and damn near everything. It's like having the old school Chevy. Damn near everything that could have gone wrong with that Chevy has gone wrong, and and everybody has an answer to fix it. There's an answer to fix it. That is a dog, man. That is a box, man. You know what I'm saying? Like if you had a new car to come off of I've seen people buy a new car. Let's say you buy a 2025. If something goes wrong with the car, you take it to the dealership and they like, shoot, we ain't even had this problem yet. We don't know what to do. But you got that old school Chevy, that 76, 80, or whatever you got. It's, man, everything that has absolutely gone wrong with that car is absolutely gone wrong with that car. And you got somebody that knows that car inside and out, can take that bad boy apart and they sleep and put it back together. That's a dog, man. That's a box, man, to me.
I agree.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
Man, I say fuck the box. Fuck the box. I ain't tripping off that shit.
Oh, I'm not either. You know it. Yeah, I'm with you, Big Hill.
I say fuck the box. I say fuck the box. They did what they did. It was part of the jump. It was part of the jump. They had some fun.
No, it's more than that. It's more than that. His breed was built on that. Trust me, believe that. This breed was built on that. You can't just exclude the box.
Oh no, I ain't gonna exclude.
You can't do that, or the people that did it. Understand that. You know what a bulldog is like to me? Like the black man still here. After everything that he's gone through, he's still here. And that goes to the resilience of the breed and the people behind them, man. Well, people are supposed to do what they wanted to do in this country at one time without people telling them, coming in their yard, telling them what to do. It's just like owning the gun. Would you like for somebody to come and tell you, we're going to ban your gun?
Man, that box shit don't mean that much to me like it means to y'all.
It might not to you. It might not to you. But there's people that respect it regardless if they was involved or not.
Yeah, I respect it too. I respect it too.
Like Floyd, man.
Yeah, it's other guys. It's other guys too.
They fought for these dogs in ways that you have no idea.
And it's other guys that did the same thing that ain't had nothing to do with the box. They did the same motherfucking thing. And the boys that use the box, they've been dealing with the people all their life. The people.
Man, these dogs y'all be talking about. I don't care if you're hog hunting. I don't care what you're doing with these dogs, or if you just got them for a pet, because they make for an excellent pet. They real clownish. They loving. They all that, man.
Mike, I love the box aspect of it, but I'm tired of motherfuckers acting like that was that was it. Like y'all disrespecting the dog to me.
Look, bro. You know what you're doing. You know what you're doing.
Talk to me.
Instead of you sitting up trying to defend what you're doing, just go ahead and do it because it's obviously touching a nerve with you.
No, it ain't touching me, bro.
Wait a minute, hold
bro,
on.
you the one came up here and talking about that
Whoever it
shit.
is you
You get
to,
mad at me saying that
I'm
ain't
not
fuck
being
the
mad.
box.
I'm
Because
telling
I'm saying
you
fuck the
something
box.
that
You can't
might
deal with
wanna
me
think
saying
about.
fuck the box.
It ain't about you getting mad. It's about you thinking about something that what you doing, bro.
No, it's
You
about
ain't got
me
to
saying.
defend
It's about
yourself.
me not. It's
Just
about
keep
me not
moving
saying.
forward.
It's about me not saying that the box is all be all with these dogs.
We
And
all know that. We all know that.
Well, that's all we saying. So it ain't no reason for a
It ain't no
motherfucker to keep
we.
on talking about the box.
You.
It's
Ain't
no
no we.
reason.
It's you.
It's not no
What I'm
reason for
saying
people
is
to
this.
keep on. It's
It's
no reason for.
always
All right,
gonna
well,
be
it's
people
gonna
that
be
match
me.
these
It
dogs
could be me.
regardless.
It could be
Know
me
that.
then. It could be me then. Check this out. It could be me then. It could be just me. So you tell me what the fuck I'm saying wrong then. You talk to me.
What
Tell me what I'm saying wrong.
is, why are you so defensive about it, bruh?
Why did you say? If I can ask you the same question, Mike. What is you so
Because-
defensive about me talking about the box shit for? What is you so defensive
I'm not
for?
here to defend the box. I'm here to defend the dog.
Well, that's what the fuck I'm doing. I'm saying the box was just another job.
No.
You stuck on the
You trying
job.
to discount
You're
and
stuck
say
on the
fuck
job.
box and fuck
You're stuck
them and
on
all
one.
that.
You stuck on
It ain't
one
like
job.
that, bruh.
You
It
stuck
ain't
on
like
one
that, bruh.
job. You
It
stuck
ain't
on
like
one
that,
job.
bruh.
Slim,
It
all
ain't
I'm
like
saying.
that. You
all
might
I'm
want
saying.
it to be,
Hey, Mike.
but that's a fantasy.
Hey, Mike, this is all I'm saying. I'm saying that the box was a job that the dog could do. Now, what's your problem with that?
I had no problem with that.
So what you want me to say? What you want me to say about the box? What you want me to say about the box?
The box. Fuck
what
the
you
box. Fuck
and
the
you
box.
Okay,
nah,
so just
bro,
like
it ain't fuck the box.
Hey, hold on. Hey, I'm gonna stop it right there, man, because like y'all.
No, just like people say, fuck the obedience, fuck the shit.
Listen. Because what I don't want to do is y'all passionate about this, man, and I had to stop you because y'all passionate about this. But at the same time, this discussion right here, I'm not gonna have public. You know what I'm saying? Like I've heard as much as I want to hear about that portion of it because both of y'all are passionate, and I think both of y'all are advocates for the breed. And I think it's a disagreement that should not happen publicly, and it's not gonna happen right here. If y'all want to do it at the cookout, y'all can do that at the cookout. But I'm not gonna go no further with it right now, right here. Just because like I got mad respect for y'all, and I'm not gonna let that happen publicly right here. If y'all want to take it there, you know what I'm saying? Y'all got that opportunity too, but I'm gonna stop that right there because as entertaining as it is, and like as fun as it is to hear the passion for whatever. Some people gonna take y'all and they're gonna marginalize your intelligence and what you actually bring to the table.
Man, Mike Dad's still the motherfucking man in my book. We ain't tripping.
Yes, sir. All love.
Bro, it ain't about personality, bro. I don't get into that. You a good dude. I'm just talking in one aspect, and it is what it is.
All right, I gotta say something, man. I've been trying to say this for the longest. Okay, check this out, man. I spoke about this yesterday, man. In chapter 1 of the Art of War, man. You know what I'm saying? It has 5 things that you gotta have in prepping for war and the whole 9 and everything like that. And one thing that sticks out to me is the common law. And I'm gonna say this real quick. Common law is something that you are willing to lay your life down for without question. You know what I'm saying? And one thing, and that means that we don't have to be on the same level or we don't have to agree with everything, but one thing that is common law that makes people die on their sword is religion. You could be from Africa, he could be from America, he could be from wherever, and we all be Christian, and that's our common law. You see what I'm saying? So our common law in this community is these dogs. And I need y'all to understand that. You know what I'm saying? Our common law is these dogs. If we beefing with somebody in this community, it's behind something that somebody said behind these dogs or something that does that. So we can agree that our common law is these dogs. So with that being said, man, I don't care what you do with your dog. I don't care what you got going on. Do you love the dog? Because that's what we're here for. But you know what I'm saying? So, you know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, all the beef that's happening, everything that's going on in the community, it got nothing to do with the conversation because we grown men, and I love both of y'all, boy, everybody up there, man, on the cool. You know what I'm saying?
I ain't got beef with nobody. I ain't got beef with nobody.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. No, I'm just saying because I know
I ain't got beef with nobody.
I know y'all ain't got no beef. I know that, but I'm just saying I know that for a fact. But I'm just saying that to the public, man, our common law is these dogs. So all the beef and all that extra stuff going back and forth and everybody doing this and this and that, and I'm talking about in the community, is behind the dogs. It ain't behind anything else. So you know what I'm saying? I mean, like let that sink in, man. You know what I'm saying? We can move in the same spot.
My fault, Mike Dan. Apologize for the outburst. Salute, bro.
Oh, absolutely, man. Absolutely. I don't get emotional about shit, man. You understand?
Yeah.
The only thing I'm saying is this, man. These dogs came from somewhere, and I respect what everybody did for us to have these dogs still to this day, man. I'm hitting almost 70 years old, man. You know what I'm saying? And I'm gonna keep a bulldog till I die. I got one laying on the floor, and I got a litter in the kitchen.
Man,
hey, when y'all be saying
and at my old age, that's a struggle. You understand? But I do it for the love and the passion of these dogs, man.
Hey, man, when y'all be saying y'all ages like that on the show, because Toyo said his age the other day. Y'all ever seen that scene with Kevin Hart and Don Cheadle, where Don Cheadle say how old he is, and Kevin Hart like,
damn.
yeah, man. I be like that. I hope I make it to that age, man. But I do want to say this, man, because like, and this is what I was getting at, because y'all know my channel, the Sesame Street of the dog channels, man. So what I wanted to get at was a lot of these young, like the soft generation we was talking about, my generation. When y'all come on just speaking with passion, they don't get that. You know what I'm saying? To them, oh man, you know what I'm saying? Like, because to them, a raised voice. Oh no, Dad's mad. You know what I'm saying? So, it's my generation. I have to articulate. I'm able to understand and translate what's being said. What y'all just heard was real dog men with real passion. That's what you heard.
Facts.
At the end of the day.
Facts.
Now, what happens is when it happens on the internet, other people who ain't got nothing to do with the conversation start talking about it and nitpicking, and instead of listening to the entire message. So right now, like, you don't understand, but these are what real men sound like. Because I swear to God, the Dre that y'all see on the internet is not the Dre at work. I be getting them people hind parts. You know what I'm saying? And you might not like it, because I done told some people pretty much to off they self. You know what I'm saying? Like, if I can't use you and I can't trust you in combat, I'm gonna call you as a person. But I'm gonna get you about this military. If you turn your back and run, I have permission to shoot you in the back as a deserter, and I will do it.
Excuse me, Dre. I'm sorry for cutting you off. Hey, brother Mike, man. Again, I apologize again, bro. That was out of line. You old enough to be my father and all that shit. And like, salute. Even if I ain't agree with you said, I can say it better than that, man. Bro. I can say it better than that. Salute.
Yeah. Let me say this, man, before I leave.
Yes, sir.
I'm gonna tell y'all why I have high regard for Drake. That man came in here, started this channel off, and knows the fact that I'm not the traditional dog man. That time has come and gone, and I missed it. You know, and I'm not gonna come on here in purpose. You understand? I respect any man that can tell his truth.
Yep.
You know what I mean? You ain't got to like what he doing, but you got to respect him as a man. You know, because any man, to be honest with you, man, come on, man. He deserves all the respect in the world. He ain't coming here perpetrating a fraud. I did this, I did that. You know, you got so many people that do this online, man, because they think that's what people want to hear. But it ain't.
Yep.
And all that tough talk and all that, oh, that's crazy, man. Because I turn that shit off, man, because it means nothing. It's mute to me on this shit. You understand? So it don't mean nothing. That's why I don't get in no beefs online, man. What that look like? That's on that today shit. That ain't my time. You know, this stuff didn't exist when I was coming through. You know, people saying all kind of words they wouldn't say to my face. Man, you think I'm gonna give that any kind of credence? Man, I'll be messaging Dre on the back street because I want him to move forward and succeed, man. Don't stay stuck on what these chumps talking about, man. Because if you do, that means they mean something to you. You just keep moving.
Hey, y'all, I hate to do this, but we overtime. We supposed to get the cookout right.
Much love. Peace.
Peace.
Supreme, you got here a little bit late, man. But I'm gonna go ahead and y'all make our rounds, man, because we got to get to the cookout, man. We have to stay on schedule because we got everyone that shows on the lineup has a time frame because we all are working men. You know what I'm saying? Like we're working class men. So yeah, man, y'all make our rounds.
Hey, You know what it is. It's your boy Big A back in here like I left my wallet and keys, man. And we got that digital dog show coming up this weekend on Saturday. 3 shirt giveaways, man. You got to be there to be square, man, for sure. And we got the dog of the month on Saturday. Cash prizes for all events. Um, what you call it? We if you ain't a yet, I don't know what you're doing, man. Join this movement. You see, we making progress every day, man. We learning and getting taught, man. Yes, sir. But we got at the cookout with Toyo coming up next, followed by Elevated, and then we got that Men at Work, man. Yes, sir.
All right,
Salute. Yes, sir. Get ready to go over to the cookout right now. Salute.
all right, man. Salute.
On my way to the cookout, y'all. Thanks, man. It's been a great conversation. Student for life here, and look forward to seeing y'all there.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. And Drake.
Oh, you. I'm closing it out. I'm the closer.
Yeah, I did my outro.
What you said? It's your boy Big A. I ain't heard you. It's your boy Big A yet.
Yeah, I went through.
He hit the wall and keys on him.
I do. Yeah, okay. Yeah.
I'm sorry, Big A. Look, my bad, bro. My bad, play.
It's all good. It's all good, man. I got
you know,
man.
we just waiting on that word now. Drop their prayer for us.
For sure, man. Hey, look, we're gonna get out of here, man. This is binge-worthy content. And just like that, at the end of the day, man, I want to leave with peace and blessings on y'all. So we're gonna hit y'all with the Christian watchword and the Neo Dog Man chant. If you don't know, you're gonna learn today. For those of y'all who pray, bow your heads with me, and if not, that's cool too. May the Lord watch between you and me while we are absent. One from another. Amen.
Amen.
For the love of the dog.
For the love of the game.
For the love of the game. Peace.
Yeah. Shogun business. Not everybody can come around this table. It's for the ones who build, not just bought. Family ties. Let's go. We build different. Yeah. We run dogs, we don't run lip. Boy, we build different. Shogun. Real ones locked in, not just clicking. Name whole weight, cause we build different. Facts. Build different. Morning talk heavy and the dogs ain't missing. No. Shout out the family that's riding and lifting. All of this for my people, we build different. Big salute to Big Hill fam, that's Shogun blood. Elevated kennels, grinding, rising above. Cooking with soul, real flavor, real love. Solo but connected, 10 toes, never buzz. Schoolboy Richard Garcia still teaching the pulse. Non-stopping J-Bo, bulldogging it tough. PBK, Pelican Bay, solid as a rock. Catch guard, catching that work round the clock. DUA, Kane Corso, north side, go hard. Whole squad real from the muscle, from the yard. Yard work. We build different. Yeah. We run dogs, we don't run lip, boy, we build different. Real ones locked in, not just clicking. Name whole weight, cause we build different. Build different. Morning talk heavy and the dogs ain't missing. Shout out the family that's riding and lifting. This for my people, we build different. Let's go. Big love to the viewers that pull up and ride. Dickie Foster, front row every time. Salute. Pyrex in the kitchen, mixing the grind. MKM bottoms, laying them foundations right. Quick C, fast hand, sharp mind. Mike Dan locked in like bloodline. When moon stay tapped with the real ties. In the wood, 4, 5, 6, solid through the vines. Show enough, certified, you know he gon' slide. Vernon Star, bright light for the tribe. Hemi James, high torque, full drive. And there's plenty more soldiers on this ride. Middle from the dirt, loyal to the work. Earn not giving, put your pride in the earth. More than talk, no DECAFF, get it first. Shogun family, yeah, we blessed, not cursed. We Bulldogs, we don't run lip, boy, but we built different. Real ones locked in, not just clicking. Name, whole weight, cause we built different. Shogun, built different. Morning talk heavy and the dogs ain't missing. Shout out the family that's riding and lifting. This for my people, we build different. All day. Big love to the ones really in it. From the yards to the kitchens to the woods. We salute you. Run your dogs, not your mouth. Shogun Unlimited. No DECAFF. No cap.